Alright, hello. Let's get it started right. Specifically on why does everybody want to be a damaged anime character? I mean, admittedly, anime is rather rich in character, so you have a wide variety of psychoses and personal tragedies to pick from. You can have a nice little time accessorizing your tragedy, but really, you're going to tell me you want to be this person who is practically incapable of being a functioning member of society, or you want to be this guy who's had all his family, who has had every single tragedy thrown at him. We will look at Sasuke, because he kind of represents both. I'm going to try not to spoil too much, but we find out the truth behind the Sharingan is more or less angst equals power. Hence the reason why Sasuke is so powerful. But, his family is dead, murdered by his older brother, the man who he practically idolized. And quite frankly, there's a difference between rivalry and desire to put head on pike. I mean, come on. The man kills Sasuke's parents right in front of him. He sees the bodies flop. And they weren't doing the flop. And no, they were not doing the flop from the ASDF movies. Although then again, although anyone who's watched the ASDF movies knows, always be mine, knows the value of location, location, location. For example, do not do the flop while you're on the edge of a building. It won't end well. But, you really want to be this mangled character who gets power from essentially insanity. So he has to deal with the fact he does have a growing psychosis to the point that he willingly goes to Orochimaru, who only wants him for his body, who is also going to have him be a sick, twisted monster, though as I understand it, Sasuke did try to avoid hurting anyone who was not directly in his way. But really, he's going to go around helping Orochimaru do stuff. And you're going to tell me you want to be him for some sick, twisted reason. Why do you want to be him? Because he gets all the women. Yeah, and he doesn't give a crap. Although, of course, he keeps talking about how, he talks about how he wants to restart his clan. Gonna have to get around to that sometime, emo boy. Well, I want the Sharingan. Well, that's a next point. Why does everybody, whenever anyone's like, what kind of superpower do you want? Why does everybody choose something violent? Me, chances are I'm going to want something to do with divination that I can control, or the Shadow Clone Jutsu. Screw everything else. Give me the Shadow Clone Jutsu on a Shippuden Naruto level. I will have clones all over the place all dang day. Heck, even if all I'm allowed to do is one clone, so long as it can maintain itself all day, that would be awesome. Just think of all the media I could consume. I could have a job and be at home. Just, the cake has been eaten and I still have it. I have my cake and eat it. I can have my cake and eat it too. It's awesome. No, I want a fireball. Okay, really, how horrifically violent is your life that you are going to need the ability to spontaneously combust magic energy and fling it at somebody? How war-torn is your life? And then after that, people talk about how they want to go to a particular universe. There are some universes I can understand. Being Phineas and Ferb's next door neighbor would be awesome if you are not considered by the mysterious force to be an adult. If you are, it's never going to do you anything, because Dr. Doofenshmirtz, the failure of Dr. Doof's newest invention, will inevitably stop you from profiting from whatever thing the boys are doing today. But if you are not considered a problem by the force, you can do it. But like I said, be the next door neighbor of Phineas and Ferb. Note that was not asked when I said if you could live in a universe, what universe would you live in? I did not ask what would you be in said universe. I asked where would you be. That's the first thing. Yeah, fine, you can go live in the Harry Potter universe. You're a muggle that doesn't know about magic, will die without ever knowing about magic. I mean, we'll even go ahead and be really mean and say you never even experienced magic, not even ignoring any obliviate spells. You never needed a memory charm. You just never saw magic. Loser! You know, we'll be nice and assume you get to choose it. Harry Potter then would be a really good option, actually. That'd be awesome. But let's look at stuff like Bleach. Now you got people being like, I want to be a Soul Reaper. Okay, really? You're 50 pounds overweight and are getting bigger. You despise exercising and doing much anything physical. And yeah, you do study stuff, but most of it's fictional universes. I got a question. Do you want to be in the military? No. Could you even survive basic training? Probably not. Then what the heck do you think you're gonna do as a freaking Soul Reaper? It's a military organization. Now, to anyone who's been in the military, especially saw war, and is like, you know, it's not so bad. You people can say whatever you want. You earned the right. But to anyone who fits that description, and they're not even fat, I probably wouldn't survive being the Soul Reaper. I know it. I hate to admit it. It looks cool, but on the other hand, well, what can I say? All those scars and medals look... But you know what? I look to Rise Against... to Hero of War by Rise Against. Yeah, those scars and medals look really cool. But you did not see the horrible nightmare that went into creating them. So yeah, don't talk to me about how much you want to be a freaking Soul Reaper unless you are at least a policeman. Unless you are at least in a very physically demanding job. Or have killed somebody and not. Or have experienced a whole lot of death. Or fit the song. Or at least fit the name Old Friend by Disturbed. Or, unless you've heard or go listen to or if you can fit at least Death. Or, son of a cunt.